stick that in there so that way the phone doesn't, decide to kick the bucket mid live stream. Gonna be just flinging this around on my share list, so please hold momentarily where I just press the share button 50,000 times. We have plenty of time for people to get their ringy-dingy belly thingy to the ear. It's just short blank. Okay, then I'm going to plop that in there. Okay, so hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is okay with you. And yes, Kayla, this is oh wow. Just so like really, kid. You have the little thing right here. You turn the light on so that way you can make it better. So, no. Yeah. I don't want to make it too bright, but yeah. Ah. But anyway, you can most definitely see what it looks like now. No. Nightshade, never. Well, fine. We'll have my gorgeous light blue eyes be up. Where is she? Nightshade, you don't ever have to apologize for how you feel. Don't ever feel like you have to apologize how you feel. Especially like even to me too. If you don't feel good, that's valid. You don't ever apologize for your feelings. And if anybody else tells you otherwise, like, don't. Like, if you're thinking that you're being, like, weighing down somebody because of something that you're feeling and it's true to you, if you feel like that, don't feel like that. Because you're not weighing me down at all. You're not doing anything to harm me by taking time for yourself and just being there for yourself. That's not causing me any harm. Actually, to me, that doesn't make sense in my opinion. If that makes sense. Because what I'm trying, the way that I'm going about it is like trying to show you like, there's no need to apologize because for me, it doesn't do any harm for me. So, and you're, really? People get mad because you tell them I'm sorry. I haven't been feeling well. Really? Really? Wow. Okay. So, ooh. Here, hold my beer and watch this one. So the next time one of those people that gets mad at you at you because you're taking time to yourself because you're not feeling the best, if they turn you down or like, if they go off the thing or whatever and they say sorry for whatever reason, just respond to them back being like, wow, really? And that's why you didn't talk to me? Okay. Wow, okay. And just excuse me. Just completely slap them in the face with their own BS. Sometimes the best way, you're being selfish? Aw, well, here's the thing. If they're telling you're being selfish because you're taking care of yourself first, ask them this logical question. So, in order for me to even come towards you, don't you think I have to exist? Yes, I'm going to be kind of talking about something altogether. Like, it's going to be involving a lot more, but I'll be getting into that later. But I just want to help kind of empower Nightshade real quick because I feel that's the big priority at the moment. Whenever somebody's telling you you're being so selfish, you're like putting yourself first and all that stuff. Well, here's the thing. If you aren't well and you're not standing on your best, and if you can't take care of yourself, it doesn't matter what comes beyond that. If you're not well, nothing else matters. Everything else can wait. And just another thought. And this is just like a question that I think only you can answer it. Are people implying and making you and doing things to push that thought in your head that you shouldn't exist? Or do you feel like I know there's something better for me out there that I need to do, but I haven't found it yet? And it's hard for me trying to find this, but I know it's out there. You can kind of see how if you're feeling that way, you can transmute it and then redirect it for something. Like right now, I don't know why I'm here, and I don't think I found what makes me be fulfilled yet, but I know it's out there somewhere. But now for now for those people that are saying you're selfish, well, it's kind of hard to have me do whatever you want me to do if I don't exist. So too bad. If I have to be selfish for anything else to happen with anybody else, too bad. Because if I don't exist, well, looks like you can't hissy fit at me anymore because you can't tell me I'm selfish if I don't exist. Oops. Well, I'll put it this way. Everybody has one thing, just one thing. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be woozy-wooey, but everybody has one thing, just one, at least one. One thing that they thrive in and nobody else can do it. It may not be big and fancy. It may not be even as simple as, you know, like a talent. It could be just something as simple as just being able to just sit in peace. Something even that minuscule. Nonetheless, it's that little skill, as tiny as it is, it's useful somehow because you can take that skill and show someone how to do it. There's always value in everything. Just like how I'm gonna turn that down because I'm about to become blind. Always, no matter what, there's always something good somewhere. And sometimes you really have to dig and look for it. It may take a while, but it's in there. You just really gotta look. And if it takes a while to find it, just know it's in there somewhere. But just don't expect it to just go, here I am. Just look and just take your time when you're looking for it. Don't expect it to be, yeah. Because sometimes the best things are so minuscule, and that's where you start to see, wow. Like how big a diamond is? It's tiny. Most of the diamonds are tiny. So sometimes you really have to look to find the goodness in everything or something. Because it's there. You just have to look. But again, don't ever feel like you have to apologize for taking care of yourself. That's how do I put that? You're entitled to have yourself be taken care of first. If anybody else says otherwise, okay, well, if they think otherwise, if they ask you for anything, just say, no. No. I'm putting myself first and sorry. You can handle it. Why don't you do it yourself? If you want it, go get it. And I don't want to go get. I don't want that. I don't want to go get that. I'm taking care of me first. Sorry, hon. You're an adult. You have legs. You can walk. You can grow and grab it yourself. Go for it. Oh, you can't? Oh, now who's the pathetic one? See? Flip. I want to do stuff for me and I want to take care of myself first. Oh, I have to do that? Gee, you could have gone and done it yourself, but no, you're doing this. Hey, that's being technical. And that's how you use the art of bamboozling to make someone be like, wow. Because you can't, really, you can't not tell them. Like, they can't argue back with it. I'm getting like really down this rabbit hole, but Mm-hmm. Because they're pushing their own agenda and using you to help get to where they want to go. Like, wow, really? Think of it this way. Really, dude? Wow. You know, you're making me feel like I can do so many things and you're so helpless. That you can't do it yourself, you have to have me do it for you. You're that helpless. Oh, Lilith, I love it when you pop in. And that is a really strong quality of Lilith. How if someone tries to like push and command and like trying to force her to do something, she will not be the take any kind of hesitation to go. I'll be getting into that in a second. One of the things that Lilith likes to do is if someone's trying to push her to do something, yeah. She just loves to just be like, "Aw, you can't do it yourself? Oh, it's okay. Adam couldn't handle his own sausage. It's okay. But hey, you want to be as useless as him? Wow. And so you want me to do all this stuff for you? Do you think? No, 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 no. In fact, that kind of just is just like, really? You know, you could have gotten it by now, dude. But no, you want me to do it for you. Aw, do you want me to carry you too? No, 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 no. In fact, I don't want to even touch you. I don't want to get the nastiness on me, but still. Let me make this a little bit darker. But anyway, so tonight, wrong way. Yeah. I kind of want to make this reddish. No, not that one. No. Well, no. Okay, we'll go with it. Just don't be too. Does that make it? Okay. I'm trying to fit the mood a little bit, so probably. Yeah, that probably would be fine. No, that'll work. So, essentially, about a few days ago, in the Viper Alliance group, I kind of like shared something that I kind of wanted to bring to attention, and it's aware of now, and that was the intent. Although, it got me thinking in a way. Get that thing in between your legs to, stop making that noise. Dude, you want me to cut it off for you? Because that's not attractifying to have the thing in between your legs going non-stop. I'm sorry, I can't. Yep. Yeah, I know. Wow. Maybe that's why Adam needed help with it. Oh, well. Oh, that was a good one. Anyway. No. Essentially, while I was watching what needed to be like brought attention to, and I brought it to the group, in a way, it was kind of if those are the people that are doing it, well then just yeah, I mean, it's still, I mean, you have to do what you have to do to make sure you're well first, but sometimes there's nothing in the rule book that you can kind of be like oh yeah, totally, I'll do everything you tell me to, and have like a hidden blade behind your back. You're like, oh sure, I'll do everything you want me to do. Whoops. Just wait until you're able to like be out on your own, and then as soon as you're able to, just go, whoops. Oh, I just slipped the back of your ankle. Oh well, you can get up, walk away. But in a way, when I was watching what kind of needed me to bring awareness to it, in a way, after watching it after the first time, because the first time I almost was about to put my, like, actually, please don't yell. This is not the time to yell. Please don't. But it got me so agitated. Oh yeah, it's a sigh. And funny enough, a sigh is a farm tool. Like the hay, like when they have the hay, what they would use it for is you would just take it like this, stick it in the hay, throw it over, stick it in, throw it over, stick it in, throw it over, and that's how that's how they did the hay. But because you know how corrupt emperors and not so nice rulers and not leading by example, the common man had to find something to defend himself with. So this was one of the things they used to defend themselves. Bow staffs and nunchucks were also, funny enough, farm tools, because what they did, that was used to like pretty much whack the grass down and cut the grass. That's what they were used for. They weren't really used primarily for like the ninja. Pretty much. Same thing with a 3-sectional staff, but good luck handling that thing. But anyway, the the second time when I watched the video again, the second time I watched that video again, which because it almost made me hold on. There we go. Sorry, I did not want there to be a lot of yelling, so I kind of went up there and like so. Anyway, so as I was saying, after watching what I had to share into the group again, in a way, it kind of was an indirect way of Satanas approaching me about the situation and wanting me to like try and do something about it and to take action and not just sit there and be like, well, this needs to be addressed and not do anything because that's not really going to do much. So what I've decided I'm gonna do, and even though I would rather most likely prefer to never even go anywhere near it, but because in a way it was being asked of me by Satanas, and yeah, because I am an ally of his and the entire left, I will be pretty much branching out onto TikTok. You never thought I was going to say that, did you? So did I. But now, the thing is, I'm already well aware of, but by well aware of meaning that I know, have a somewhat of an idea of what I'm going towards. And I mean, it's cute and all, but here's the thing. I'm somebody that when I teach about this stuff, all relating to the occult and everything that I know, including what my mentor taught me up until his death, I'm somebody that doesn't really care if I say something like, look, if you're not going to protect yourself, yeah. I mean, it is hysterical, but I mean, the way that it is that there's a lot of young people on that platform. And there have been some signs of people doing stuff that's not safe and, advocating, oh, there's Tammy. Splendid. I just love it when she comes in. And I just love it when she catches me live because she's like, I will catch you live one day. Well, wish granted. But migrating onto TikTok, I'm pretty aware that I'm going to probably be having a lot of those kind that think, oh, well, it has to be like this. No, it's like this. It's like this. Hold on, Cupcake. I've been doing this since probably before, oh, I don't know. How am I going to put this? Probably by the time that, I started this, you probably were still in your crib. Now, 11 years of experience I have. Started in 2010 and have been on this entire occult science journey since then. Been on the right side for a bit, been on to the left, but now I'm right down the middle. But now here's the thing to remember. Because I'm down the middle and not aligned with any of them, since the Satanas approached me, because I was on the left before, but on the left side, since I was on that path, and the moment when I was working on that path, but when I was told by Satanas himself saying, your path is not here. This is not your path. And I mean, that crushed me. And then that's when pretty much I was like, well, I don't want to go back on the right side, so I'm just going to stay neutral. And I'd rather stay neutral anyway, because that leaves the door to be open. But the thing is, since the left is not my path still, that does not mean I'm still not allowed to even go back towards those on that side. And it's the same and vice versa. And that's what happened. Satanas approached me about this situation. In a way, asked me to help. I almost bit my tongue. To actually go in and address what needs to be addressed. For not just because of pretty much like clarifying and really saying for how the left is, but primarily to ensure that any of the stuff that's being expressed and taught there and labeled as fact is actually ensuring that any child or young adult on that platform, they are actually being told what the truth is and not being told stuff that if they do it, they can get themselves hurt, serious trouble, be afflicted with a mental disease, mental disorder, or anything along those lines. Because the thing is, the occult and the occult science altogether, including but not limited to working with gemstones and crystals, I mean, quite frankly, as I want to put it, at the end of the day, people on that platform, I mean, they love me. Beautiful. Ooh. If they hate me, ooh, I don't care. The idea is saying that, look, this is how it is. And if you don't do how you're supposed to do it, you're going to be experiencing a lot of the worst side of it. Nah. Nightshade. Remember hell? Remember hell? I'm serious. Hel, by the way. My hell. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna be going on there just like being like a aesthetic, like all cutesy kind of a practitioner. No. That's not really the main intent. The main intent, well, of course, there's going to be some elements of like satire, and also kind of putting it in a way that's a little bit like fun to watch, of course. But still, the whole core of it's like, if you're gonna not protect yourself, and you think it's not important, okay. But you want to know what happens when you don't protect yourself, and what happens you decide to do something without even researching it first, and make sure you check your resources before you even do anything. If you're not going to do any of that, I will be more than happy just to kindly be point blank like, look, you don't protect yourself, you're letting anything come in and just go slap you in the face. And then if something happens to you, all I can say is that I tried to tell you. But number one, hold on. Sorry, I also had to grab a drink, and I kind of reminded them, hey, you're right in front of one another. You don't have to be screaming like like a victim about to be stabbed in a horror movie. Anyway, so like I've said before in like that other video I did about clarifying the left-handed path all and its entirety, I'm not here to be nice. However, I can be sweet, and at the end of the day, if there's something like legitly stupid, you can most definitely expect me to say, wow, I didn't know you wanted to be in Jackass Witch Edition. Clever. That actually might be a good series, by the way. Oh god. What have I done? I should have kept that to myself. Be like insert dumb occultist name here, and this is Jackass, and this is oh, I don't know. Oh, here's one. This is Jackass, and this is Commanding Lilith. Honey, please don't. You're gonna wish you didn't do that. Oh, what back can happen? Do you know what happened to Adam? What happened to him? He's dead. Oh, that one might be a bit too dark. But I mean, it's true. He is dead, but still. that probably might make people go like, he's dead? Well, don't you think he'd be dead too? I mean, that was how long ago? If it happened like that? But I'm not really that kind of a person that likes to teach in a way that's BS. If something's dangerous, it's dangerous. The occult is one of those things and practices. Um, well, sometimes, I mean, the way that I like to put it is that, I mean, if she wants to just be all, I want to try something. I want to try a new way, taking down a guy. I want to try something new. Let me know if another Adam pops up. Okay. Oh, we got a live one. Oh, good. I can try the Nine Tails this time. No. Oh, that was dark. Oh well. But you know what they say about the darker side? That's where all the creativity is. Just suppressed. Oh man. That. Oh yes. Oh. I'm actually Nightshade. Honestly, that was beautiful. Like, well, his name's Adam. Perfect. Hey, Adam. Do you happen? I don't know if you remember this, but you remember what happened when you made love many lifetimes ago, and how she took you out. She might come around again. So stop being a prick. Okay, the unholy trinity. That is really not a question that I would be able to answer the best, in my opinion. And I mean, I would be admitting that whenever there's a question that I don't know the answer to, I'm going to say it. However, if you're wanting to know something about like the unholy trinity on the left-handed perspective, I would probably suggest looking and asking Kendra Ravenmoon, Mary Ravensoul, or somebody online with the left-handed path and have invested much longer than I have, because they would be able to give you a better and stronger answer than I can. But when it comes to an unholy trinity, my guess, and I'm definitely not saying a fact, because I'm not aware of it entirely, but my best guess is how there's a trinity of like a youth, parental, and then elder. How I'm thinking about it is, in a way, like how I would say the youth is the like the person, like the person on Earth. And again, this is just my best guess, and it's definitely not fact. The Trinity, in my opinion, would be something like the 3D person, like the actual human being. There's the first one, which is like the 3D flesh, or like the child, like the person, the human, and then the father, which would be pretty much like the guide, the one who guides and leads. That would be, in my opinion, Lucifer. And then the elder would be Satanas, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know, and then I'll try my best to explain it. Because the youthful one, which is the human being, well, I mean, the young spirit, like the human being himself, is on Earth, young and dumb. That's the best way I can put it. And they're completely unaware of the of like how the world is right now. They don't know as much as Lucifer and Satanas do, because they're father and elder. And then how Lucifer is the one that brings enlightenment and awareness and pretty much guides the youthful, the child, through life, towards Satanas, the elder, who is like the elder figure, the one that's all about survival, how it is, and if that makes sense. Because to me, that's the best answer I got. Other than that, I don't have any other way to explain my guess setup. And don't assume that I'm right, because I may be completely missing it and whiffing it. So don't think that it's fact. Please don't. But that's my best guess. And while on TikTok, though, I'm also trying to figure out, okay, how does this thing work? And what on earth am I gonna do to kind of like come out of the floodgates? Is like, okay, here's house here. Don't tell him that. Don't try and say, well, you have to do it like this. How long have you been practicing this, kid? Well, I've been practicing for about 6 months. 11 years, honey bear. Piss it. Yeah, that's the thing that happens with like this, that phone number that I have up there. For some reason, it doesn't give me notifications, so I don't know what the heck is going up with it. So I probably have to maybe even download it and re-download again, because I don't know why it says, well, the notifications are on. I'm straight, but okay, definitely they're on, but still. So I'll take a look at that and see if I can get that fixed. But what I'm figuring on doing, like right out the floodgates, is there like a thing like an introduction video thing that you can do? Because I'm not really. I'm like that dog in that meme. Like he has his glasses all crooked and he's wearing a scientist coat, and he's surrounded by vials of God knows what, and he's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm like that dog right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. Because I mean, I do want to come in like, I do want to make, oh god, that doesn't sound so bad, but screwed. I want to come in like a big bang, like, oh, whoa. To make it be like, oh, he is serious. Because, yeah. Because I remember hearing the, yeah, and that's what I was that's what I was thinking about too. Like, what I was thinking was, like, when I'm able to, and when Lilith would be so kind of be, present, if she wouldn't mind, and I mean I would just be so adored if she would, but knowing how she likes to come in, oh, what's going on here? No, 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 I don't want to be on camera. Okay, in time. And because, yeah, I do want to actually have it feel like, okay, so this person is an occultist and works and has experience with the Norse goddess Hel, Nyx, Hera? How is that possible? Lilith? Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I do want to have like a good bit that's very like for example, kind of like a short thing telling me, no, not telling me, telling them, or telling every, young dimwit. Okay, so who's this guy all about? Okay, he works with divinity. Allied to the left-handed path? Oh, that's What does that mean? Simple. As an ally, I pretty much, well, it's just like, an ally to LGBTQ. The same thing. It's just if the left ever needs help with anything, they can approach me, and then likewise, is that complete openness. Because more than most definitely, when Satana said, "This is in your path," I felt like I was still on good terms, and you still am. Because I wasn't getting all hissy fitty when he said, "Your place is in here." Even though I was like kind of hurt, but glad he didn't, because I would not have had no excuse me for getting in the way. Well, you should have moved. If he never would have told me that, I never would have met Hell right over there. It's true. I never would have met her. So yeah, I'm right in the middle, right smack dab in the middle, right in the middle. I don't like strictly choose a side, but the thing is, because of how pushy and hissy fitty and how like the right is, kind of a little bit more towards the left. But I've been down the middle for so long, it's like I'm kind of still used to it here. But because I've maintained openness and been open to the left and right, and since the left has been more coming towards me mostly, kind of closer to the darker side. But still, I would much rather say remain in the neutral. But if the left comes towards me, that would be something like, that's like the angelic side. Like how in the Goetia, where they use angels to control the divines on the left. Yeah, it's those ones. And even then, I'm like, really? Really? Do you guys not know how to, be hospitable? Don't you think, being righteous, don't you think, you would be a little bit mindful? That's none of my business. Yeah, and it's just like, if it doesn't swing at me, I'm okay, I'm fine. But if it swings at me, no. And if somebody is saying, and this was actually going to be the topic of discussion later, if somebody's going to be swinging, and yes, none of that. Yeah, no. No. That, and even that is like, duh, obvious. If you're gonna be stupid and bring in Satanas, and then think, oh, I'm gonna bring in, let's bring in Michael. That's probably more than, that makes something as worse than Jackass. Even Jackass isn't that dumb. Trust me. Yeah. But still. Anything, in my opinion, anything that has to booby trap or forcibly control an entity in any way, especially, yeah, well, Satanas would be like, really? And literally just, no. And it does make me question the authenticity of people when they're like, well, I use the Goetia, and then I consider myself a left, like on the left by, working with angels to, work with demons. No, honey. No. If somebody who truly is on the left wouldn't even go towards the angelic side. In fact, it would be more like this. Okay, I want to... Here. Actually, I have a really good example. Exactly. And be mindful. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And what's even more crazy is like, wow, it's kind of sad that, you know, on the left side can actually do it better than the right. Did I pinch a nerve? You must love thy neighbor. Well, the left's doing it better than you. No, 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 that's bad. What are you, a hypocrite? Don't look at me. That's what's going on. Did I pinch a nerve? Good. Like, for example, let's say I wanted to go towards and get the help of, let's go with a really heavy one. Not heavy. Let's go with one that's probably going to make people be like, yeah. Let's say if I needed help and I wanted Andres to help me. If you go about the way that the right does towards Andres, oops. Andres, if you know him, he will just go, wait for it, and then the slight toesy going in the wrong spot, instant dead. Instead of going at it the way that is going to agitate him, why not just go towards him as if he was anybody else? Like, decently. Yeah, he'll be chasing after you worse than a Justin Bieber fangirl to Bieber himself. Except, but instead, with he'll be bloodthirsty. And I mean, that was kind of like the way that I was trying to describe about how, like, focused on you, like he would be pursuing, yeah, or better yet, blood to a shark. A shark's just smelling blood. Yeah. And if I was gonna get that thing out from between your legs, stop it. That's not cute. Anyway. Mm-hmm. And even then, too, just the thought of that, even just reading that, don't you kind of think that, wow, maybe, you know, I should be on my best behavior and being, you know, I don't know, considerate? I mean, that's none of my business, but that's kind of like common sense. Going towards, well, any entity for that matter, being highly respectful, dignified at first, but when you get comfortable with them, and if you're getting that sense of like, okay, I feel more comfortable and connected to this entity. If you feel comfortable with them, I mean, like how I am with Lilith. I mean, I call her lovely, dear, things like that. But at first, I like to just address them like their title and then their name. It is weirdly windy all of a sudden. Like how there is, for example, President Burr. I haven't interacted with him before, but if I was to, my first like when I first converse with him, I have to call him president and then that. Anybody in any divine I'm going towards first, I call them by their title and then their name at first. Because that shows that, okay, he's aware of my position. And it kind of makes a good first impression that, oh, okay. He actually took the time to actually see my status and my title that was bestowed on me. And like my, I don't want to use that word because it's, yeah, kind of like the best word I got is hierarchy, but when I hear the word hierarchy, I think about being a dope. And I don't want that anywhere near here. I don't want a he who font. No he who fonts allowed in here. No weak Jupiters in here. Well, it depends, because Saturn it depends. If I'm going towards, like, say, in the Hindu belief system, if I'm going towards Saturn, who is Shani, at first it would be Lord Shani, Lord Vishnu. But then again, for me, that's their title, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to not call them Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, Lord Mongol, Lord Shukracharya. I mean, Lord Chandra. It's so embedded in my, and I'm so used to doing it. It's just like natural to me, and that's just what happens when you repeatedly do it over and over and over again. As to, like, how I just drew a blank, if that makes sense. Well, Shiny, for me, he he of course he's strict, and he's an elder man, and he's kind of well, I mean, if you've watched like my other YouTube videos, I try my very best to kind of kind of bring in a humorous side to how he is in a way, especially the part with how he talks to other planets, especially Pluto. I love that video. Who? Oh, I thought that was Moon. What's your name, you little runt? Pluto. Explode. Hey! Stay in line, you brat. You know, I remember back when I was young and stupid like you. Just kidding, I never was. Slap again. Oh, that was a long time ago. And I think, that was right when I recovered from my calcaneus fracture, or when I broke my heel bone. That was fun. Not really. But, so I'm ultimately now just trying to figure out the first few things I'm going to be putting on I'm sorry, I'm just going to call it Hickok. The Hickenhocken. But while on there, I'm still wanting to, come out the floodgates in a way that's like, okay, he knows what he's talking about, and for goodness sakes, please don't anybody ever think it's going to be a good idea to do something like this. Oh, you work with Hell? Oh, no, she only likes people that are Geminis. You think Hell only likes Geminis? What makes you think that? Well, Geminis are two-faced and Hell is living and dead. Listen, Cupcake, to be honest, she could care less what your twinkle star sign is. She could care less, because she's looking at it like this. Human. Keep it simple, you idiot. That's it. But Gemini, though, shut up. Literally. She doesn't give none at all about anything else. If it's a human being and they need someone, she'll be there. That's it. She doesn't have favorites. And if she could... Well, in a way, you can kind of also take a look. I'm not sure. Might be a good idea to consider also looking in the Greek mythology too, since it's somewhat kind of almost parallel to some extent. Check the Greek too, and that would be Kronos, I believe. But now here's the interesting part. This is something good to ponder. So, Western astrology says, and how like Greek mythology is and all that, because it says this. Vedic astrology goes along the lines of how the sun is the father of Saturn. Okay. But now when we go over to like Greek mythology, it says this. Uranus is the father of Saturn, and Saturn is the father of Jupiter, or Zeus. We go over to Vedic, the sun is the father of Saturn. You see? You see how that makes me think? Interesting. But in my opinion, this is my opinion. Jupiter Guru, yeah, I don't think Zeus fits Jupiter. Because a Jupiter is supposed to, be a teacher and a guide, and guide his wife, which in this case would be Hera. Guide his wife through life, not stick it everywhere. Now look at me. He's the one who kept pointing. So that's why, for me, I feel like, Zeus, please stop. And I don't think Zeus fits the idea of Jupiter, in my opinion, but that's just me. And Uranus, yeah, being the father of Saturn, or Kronos, and then Kronos being the father of Zeus and the a good majority of the Olympians, and even also the father of was it 7 or 8? I know Hera was another one. I mean, that's a big hole, another rabbit hole to go down to. But now, so yeah, I'll be keeping tabs about the grand entrance with Hickox. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping up to date with at least the TikTok growth and transfer. But now, here is probably the open discussion thing that I've been seeing recently that makes me really want to have other opinions about it. Because for me, I'm seeing a hidden motive. Yeah, my first question about this whole situation. But the situation. Are we familiar about the thing that's being talked about regarding a shoe in a music video that just came out recently? Are we aware of that? That's what I'm asking about. If we're aware of it, good. Okay, here's my question. Number 1. Are they using essentially my thing is, are they actually speaking to bring awareness about something? Or are they going along with a bandwagon of how normal society is right now to capitalize a trend, and they're using Satanas and President Burr as a way to make money or as an income source? That is a deep question. Is this individual making music to express and bring awareness to something, and actually trying to show that, hey, this is this? Or are we only taking advantage of a divine and their alignment to make a profit and to get awareness brought to them? What's the intention? And it's funny because as soon as I said that, it just felt like the whole world just got quiet. It just felt like that. Because in my opinion, I don't know who the artist is, but judging based on how it looks and how it's being delivered, it makes me think, why is this? Well, it's not. Well, I'm saying a shoe because there's a lot of things going around it. I don't know what the music video is called, for one, and number 2, It's a type of a shoe that is supposed to be. I'm just gonna go with it. A shoe that's supposed to be satanic. Well, if something is satanic, what are you calling satanic? Are you implying something by a stereotype? I hope not, because if you are, no, that needs to stop. It's one thing to actually call something Satanist or any kind of that entirety, and if it is how it's supposed to be and it's intended, and then there's calling and practicing or putting out something because and using a stereotype as its pretty much its engine. Are you using it as a means of being and showing how it is, or are you going along with a pretty overdone and kind of disgusting stereotype? It's satanic because it looks like it's scary. Well, it's made by blood, so it has to be satanic. Really? But then again, I haven't heard the music video. I just saw it and I'm like, what's your intention, dude? Are you bringing awareness to the left-handed path and you're trying to like relay a message and trying to defend and clear up BS? What's your intention? And please don't think it's, at least in my opinion, when you're giving a divine a lap dance, if that's what it looks like, because I mean that's what I've been reading. If you're going to be doing that, that kind of just shows that wow, this is my opinion. You have the right to say it. If you're going to be thinking that's a cute idea, that kind of shows that you're easy to manipulate, and you don't have a sense of dignity, and you're going to be behaving like that towards a divine entity like that. That's your choice. But for me, that's kind of I wouldn't do it. I don't that no. That's just my opinion. Because divinities like Satanus, Lucifer, Lilith, all of them, to me, their primary what their primary objective is to invest alongside mankind and to help guide them. And mankind is to also invest alongside them to help keep their spirit alive and keep them known throughout the world. That's the equal give and take. That's the primary, in my opinion. But the moment when we start going elsewhere, like instead of it being like with Lilith, Lilith is number one. At first, what is she all about? Number one. I'm not entirely sure. Like what is the main? I just drew a blank. That's what happens when my strike is broken. Yeah. Well, like what? What is she? The primordial. Innuendo is powerful. Yes, I will agree with that 100%. But the way I wouldn't go about it is not in a way that's like too vulgar, if that makes sense. Because to me, I don't think it's I just don't like how just throwing oneself in a way towards a divinity in a way that is just like, really? Are you gonna just throw yourself in a way that's just like, don't you care about yourself? That's just me though, because I can't do that. But everybody's different, and everybody can express how they want to. It just, the whole idea is just the open for debate. What's the goal of the whole intention of it all? And of like how the packaging are for the shoe is? What was the reasoning of having President Bear on there? Was it because, I mean, as far as I know, he could have chosen President Burr to be on there because of something that was an agreement between him and President Burr. That could have been. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's pretty much. I wouldn't say playing with fire, but it's just that I'm kind of. Mm-hmm. I'm just somebody that wants to figure out what's the intention behind this, because at least for how I stand, it gets kind of how do I put this? It gets kind of disgusting, sad, pretty pathetic that a stereotype saying how something is satanic because it's evil looking, dark, and it's does all these horrible, horrendous things, and it has quote unquote human blood in it. Really? You're gonna call something satanic because it supposedly has human blood on it? How do you know it has human blood on it? Hmm? It's rumored that? So that's what you're gonna use and then say it's satanic just because of that? No. You're pretty much feeding into the stuff that's like, oh, look what God said, and all those dimwits over there. They say it's satanic because satanic stuff is like this. Well, good job. You're just sided with the right, and you're completely fake. Mm-hmm. Still, if somebody is feeding into the stereotype by the right, sorry, honey, it doesn't matter what you say. It's fake. Mm-mm. It's satanic because it does all this stuff. No. Stereotype. Mm-mm. And before you start, talking about it, have you experienced it yourself? You haven't? Shut face then. Your words don't mean jack crap, hon. Mm-hmm. Instead of like going really overkill with it and really trying to like reason with them, pluck it out from underneath with like how you take a plant out by its root. Instead of pulling the weed from the top, really go down in the earth and just take the root out. That'll make it stop. And that is like, have you interacted with it? Oh, you haven't? Shut face. No, there's no way to argue with that. Because until they actually do interact with, the left and Satanas and all the other divines there, if they haven't gone towards them and actually interacted with them, it doesn't matter what you say, hon. You have no room to say a word. Sorry. Well, it said that. Did it happen to you? No? Piss it. It don't matter what you have to say because you haven't experienced it. So, too bad. You still gonna try and push it? No, don't even try because it's fake. That's like me saying, well, you know what? I tried being straight today, and I mean, I heard it's natural. Really? I haven't experienced that. I haven't experienced that. So what do I know? But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna say, well, it's like this. It's the same kind of concept. If you haven't experienced it and if you're going by a stereotype, come on, hon. Come on now. Whoops. Well, here's the thing. The thing is, what's the intention going towards with Lilith? What are you wanting to gain from Lilith? Are you trying to make yourself better and be more empowered? If so, you are going towards her the way she's intended. And you're starting at the core, her main focus. Mm-hmm. When you have the foundation of being self-empowered to your best state, if that's your foundation, everything else can follow because you're making yourself where everything can be built on. But when you start seeing if you're trying to go towards her, like, I want this, you don't want to be self-empowered and you don't want to be able to handle and know that I'm confident in myself, you don't want that first? No. Because If you go at it in a way here, I'll even go about it the most commonly stereotypical BS way. If you want to go towards her and get like some kind of woozy, nasty thing from her, if you catch my drift, she's gonna most likely respond like, really? You're gonna feel empowered by me giving you that? Really? That's not being empowered. If anything, you're relying on something outside of you to make you feel, alive and real and fulfilled. Fake. No, you don't need that. I'm not gonna do it. But when you go towards it like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm empowered first, then everything else beyond that, that'll work just fine. Because being empowered in the self gives the foundation for everything else to be built on it. Because now if it's the other way around, like, in order for me to be empowered, I have to do this. No. I'm empowered to make my own choices and do as I please, and I'm going to choose to do this. It's completely different. That standing is different. If you're going to be going towards to learn something to be empowered, no. I'm making the choice to better myself, so I'm going to go and learn how to do this. I'm going to enjoy my time on earth here. I'm going to enjoy myself to be fulfilled by doing this. I'm choosing to do this because it makes me feel my best. That's her intent. Not be all like, hoochie to be woochie. No. You do not need to be relying on anything external, because from relying on the self, you're good. Because anything outside of you can just go, gone. Just like that. But every second of every day, of every week, of every month, every year, every long as your existence, what is going to be there 100% of the time? You. So if you rely on you first, no matter what happens, you are still going to be there. You are still going to be standing. You are still going to exist. You are going to go through everything. So you should be first. Oh, really? Sure. I bet they were. That's what I have to say. Is like, okay. Oh, okay. Sure you were. I'm not saying you're lying, but yeah, okay. Sure. Stop trying to make me be woozy wooed by, claiming to be in the divine's bed. Why am I going to care about that? You're trying to woozy woo me, kid. That's what I have to say about it. If somebody is trying to be like, well, this happened with me, how come you're trying to say it in a way that it's just like you're trying to impress me? That's not a sign of empowerment, hon. I could care less. Just like that. That's how it is. Yep, it's funny. It's sad because it's like, I need my ego boosted, so I'm going to come up with this. Really? How about you feel good about yourself and be fulfilled with you? Then you can try. Okay. Seriously. And it's sometimes very... How do they know? Or even better yet, here's a better question. Oh, she was there? Really? Which was it, the real one, or was it the the man-made construct one, the fake one? But here's the thing: how do they know if it was her? Because if anything, I can guess that if she was there, she would probably be all, "Wow, look at you, just being thrown around like a volleyball. Aw, that's so pathetic." Yeah, and to be blunt, Lilith doesn't like somebody who's just like, I need to be empowered by something else. You poor, poor thing. Here, I'm gonna put you out of your misery, okay? That's dark, but I mean, she doesn't like people that are just easily puppeteered around. It's like, okay. Yeah, it's just like, you're letting that. It's just like that time that guy with, that beard that's all knotted and all covered in. Yeah, I might have to probably end this sooner because he's just screaming and yelling. And it's not, I don't think it's professional. I guess I'm getting tired of just going mute, unmute. But still, if it comes up again, then I'm just going to end it here. Not right now. But anyway, um, Lilith doesn't not like people that don't stick up for them. And just like how when that, that pathetic supposed to be father thing, with a beard that was white and it was all tangled up because it hadn't been brushed and washed in how long? Yeah. When she was. But anyway, when when he was trying to like command and tell her and try and manipulate her, well, she did say, "Really, dude? Here, I have one thing I want to show. I'm trying to figure out where is that deck. Where is that deck of mine? I'm trying to find the regular. Oh, right behind me. Splendid. Pretty much a good card to kind of like show and explain this. Put it this way. Say that. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is probably gonna be the last one because yeah, I'm kind of yeah, I'm getting kind of a little bit agitated about this. But anyway, so just like how when in this card, Anyway, so just like how when, God demanded love to be violated, well, just like how the Lover's card says it. Just look at the woman figure. Really, dude? Really? Look at her hand position. Just look how her hands are. Really? Really, dude? Really? 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 You're gonna demand me do that? Really? Really, dude? How about that instead? Seriously. I'm not even kidding. Really, dude? Really? You think I'm gonna do that? And you're gonna expect me to submit to someone who can't handle their own sausage link? Wow. Boo-hoo. Looks like he's gonna be ever trying to figure out what to stick to get rid of it to stop pointing. Oh, woe is Adam. Woe is Adam. Oh well. Anyway. So yeah, just stay tuned because I'll be posting. I'm gonna try and get it that whole TikTok thing set up tonight at least, and then I'll just put on my community tab like, here's the Hickok username, and then it begins because, like I said at the beginning, I'm not gonna be nice while I'm on there, and I'm gonna just be stating facts, just like what happened. Yeah, I mean, is it not is it not like in the description box anymore? Because I remember posting it in there. Because if it's not in there, well, dang it. But anyway, I'll put it in the put it in the description of this video if it's not in there after I'm done with this one. And if you've, or you actually better yet, if you go look on other videos, like before, like a lot of them recently, I think, because I remember looking and seeing like, how come my upload defaults are gone? Fishy. It's not me because I don't like fish. If you look there, stop it. It happens. Oh my god. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, please, no. I'm gonna take a look at what was just said about what people say Lucifer is. I'm gonna double check that to make sure I didn't see something crazy. Because if I did, I'm about to, like, table flip. I'm really hoping I didn't see what I thought I just saw. And how people are saying how he is on there. I'm gonna double check. I'm about to get up. Okay. Oh. 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 No, 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 no. Oh, then, you're going to be having me come in just like, hey, kids, today we're actually going to be learning about how Lucifer really is and not, a vulgar, you know, man incubus, lustful thing. No, we're not going to, he's not like that. In fact, if you think of him like that, guess what? Fake. Nope. You guys are fake. Trust me, hon. You think Lucifer is gonna, want to stick you? Why? There's no brain in you. Or now, if I go on there now, if I see stuff like, well, Lilith's a whore. Oh, honey bear, you don't work with Lilith. In fact, if you think you work with her and you just called her that, you know what she says about you? You're just mad because I can get it anytime I want and you are forever alone. It's okay. That's what happens. You're just mad. You want what you can't have, and then that's just too bad. Rip. I'm not going to be nice now. And I hope Like even like with Lilith too. I really hope that's not what's on there, because if it is, it's gonna be so. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming in just like, okay, if you call Lilith this, you don't. No, you're not working with Lilith. In fact, if you do that, and if you do act like this way, and if you're looking at her like that, congratulations, you deserve to be spit on. Hey, don't look at me. Who's the one treating her like an object? Oops. Who's the one that is, vulgarly addressing her and talking to her like she is below everyone? Nightshade, that would be the point about saying, like, oh, really? How do you know? Hmm? How do you know? Did you see it? Probably not. How do you know? Where's your proof, honey? Tell me about it. I would love to know. Tell me all the details. Awkward silence. Thought so. I mean, that's what I would do. Oh, really? He does? Tell me about it. Who told you that? Who told you that, my good sir? Oh, the pastor did? At the church? Well, here's the thing, honey. Do you think he saw that too? Do you think he did? No, probably not. So why you listen to other people's BS? Cause yeah, that's like, oh, I don't know. Let's take you back down to kindergarten and kitty days. That's like saying, well, he said this about me. He said, she said crap. Did you hear it? Did you see it? No? Then stick it. That's it. And also bonus points. Oh, I don't know if I should actually say that, because I might be, I might have a bunch of trolling fan twatads coming after me. And then I'd probably be like, oh, gotta bamboozle them all. Good. Actually, you know what? That'd be kind of interesting to have happen. Here come the big major trolls, like, whoa. Like, oh, look at that. It's a big tidal wave of fan boys and fangirls. Oh boy, here we come. Here comes the big wave of I'm going to be feeling important and possessing people without even trying. I'm serious. When you have people come in and troll and, mess with you like that, it's just simply, oh, look at that. I just exist and now people are giving me their time. Like that. And they try so hard. Oh, well, actually, yeah. You should be worried about what's going to happen. You know what's going to be happening? Well, for some reason, the pastor was found in his home and he just stopped moving. That a girl, Lilith. You're getting good at this. Hmm? Well, you know this. You know how Lilith works? She is like that, the side of Scorpio that just likes to go. Okay? Just out of nowhere, just stab someone in the like the back of the neck. That's just how she likes to work. Hey, easy there. I don't know why that was just shaking. I just adore you. Okay, fine. She wants me to get her some chocolate. Of course, dear. What kind you want? Dark? I'll have to go down to the store and get you some. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna just end it here, but pretty much I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm gonna be migrating over to TikTok. I'm still. But still, nonetheless, I'll let you guys. I'll keep you guys in the know. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll give you the TikTok name, and then yeah, I'll just mainly stay put on here. But again, don't expect me to be on there all like all how this like the whole cheesy music woozy woo stuff is. I mean, once in a while, fine, I'll be cutesy, but primarily it's gonna be like, if you're not gonna protect yourself, congratulations. Hold still. Okay, people. Okay, you brats. This is the shunny stick. This is what you get hit with when you do stupid stuff and you know, try and be in world's dumbest young occult dimwits or something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have the shiny stick being like, actually, you know, I think it would be actually a good one to be all like, let's see here. Happened. I had no idea what just happened. It's like my stuff ended, but anyway, I'm gonna end it here anyway. So I'll see you guys later then.